Thursday morning, 1 degree outside weather network. This is 1 degree outside today, looking out to the next 24 hours. Couple of notes before I dive in. If you're going to the beach or out of the boat today, check out our beach and boating forecast. We posted that yesterday afternoon. You'll find it on our website, 1degreeoutside.com. You'll find it still in the app. Also, if you're going to be headed out today and you want to know about tomorrow and the weekend, that's in our Insights video. Still up from yesterday, still very much pertinent, but we'll have a new one coming out later this morning as well. As for the next 24 hours, we've got some storms on the way for today. Scattered storms fueled by the difference between a warm ground, we get into the 80s to near 90, and cold air high in the sky. And that's going to make lightning, it's going to make hailstones, it's going to make some localized damaging wind in the storms, and even maybe a rotating storm here and there. And we'll talk about that in just a moment. But showers and thunder gradually wane around and after sundown, because if it's driven by the clash of warm ground, once the sun sets, you have less of a clash going on. Most lingering atmospheric energy that's around tomorrow is gone by late in the day. So that's good news in terms of tomorrow evening. So as for this evening, again, look, isolated storms around 8 o'clock. By 9 o'clock, still a storm or two, and I'll show you in a minute. Then the showers dwindle as we get deeper into the evening as well. So highs today running close to 90 degrees for a lot of us here. When you get onto the Cape and the islands, we'll probably be about 80 to 85. Still a warm day by Cape standards, all things considered. The farther north you go, temperatures running in the 80s for many of us, and this goes all the way into northern New England too. So the thing about the North Country is this is the heart of the disturbance coming in today. It actually cuts across the Canadian border, or even just north of the Canadian border, which means that especially in northern Maine, where we warm up, you're going to get some of the most vigorous storms develop today in the state of Maine, and we'll take a look at that in a moment. As we dive into the timing, just a reminder, throughout the course of the day today, we definitely recommend not just our app with the hourly forecast, but also if you go to the radar tab and you go to past plus future mode, you can see where the storms have been, where they are, and where they're going. It'll really do a good job for you. Overall today, as we get to the late morning and midday, actually already vigorous storms in northern Maine, close to the heart of the disturbance coming in. And this is the greatest chance of finding a rotating storm that may produce a brief isolated tornado. We'll keep an eye on that and, of course, give you updates if need be. Otherwise, as you head through the midday into the early afternoon, the mountains start to develop the storms in northern and western New England first. You can definitely see what I mean about most of the energy cutting across northern New England and the state of Maine, with most of the action at 5 p.m. The farther south you come, the more isolated it is, but there's still that energy coming through, which means isolated storms may be strong isolated storms they develop late in the day. Notice once you get to 7 p.m., you start to tip the scale back the other way. You start to lose the heating of the day, and notice how everything starts to weaken between 7 and 9. Great news for fireworks, but again, notice at 9:30, there are isolated storms around, and if you're underneath one of those isolated ones, you're an unlucky one who gets impacted at fireworks time, though most of us probably won't have to deal with that. Then overnight tonight, low temperatures down to the 50s to around 60 degrees or so as more comfortable, more stable air moves in. And that's why we say, look, tomorrow, I think especially by evening, you're in a better position, even if a pop-up shower happens during the course of the day. Swag.onedegreeoutside.com if you want to rep the brand, and so many of you doing exactly that. Just a reminder again, if you want to look to tomorrow and beyond, our Insights video is still up on the app home screen and at onedegreeoutside.com. And a new Insights, that deep dive into meteorology, coming up just a little bit later on this morning. We'll see you again later.